Discuss and obtain the expression of acceleration produced by the gravity of the earth. Okay, now we consider the earth to be made up of a large number of concentric spherical shell, with the smallest one at the center and the largest at the surface. So we are dividing the whole earth in the spherical shell. Okay, we are dividing it by in a spherical shell. So this is the earth. Okay, now you are dividing it by in a spherical shell. So this is first cell on the top, then the next cell down. Okay, then the last shell is very close to the center of the earth. Okay, now we understand that a point outside the earth is outside all the shell. Okay, you consider any point which is outside the earth, then this is the point which is outside all the shells within the earth. Okay, so thus all the shell exert the gravitational force at the point outside, just as if their mass are concentrated at their common center. So try to understand, if you have some mass here, then all these shells will exert the force on this. So total mass of the earth will exert the force on this object, that is a gravitational attractive force, and the mass of all these shells, or rather we can say mass of the earth, is said to be concentrated at the center of the earth. And if the mass is here, then the distance between them is taken as say r. So that is the distance between the center of the earth and the object somewhere here. Or if you have say moon, then the center of the moon is taken, and the line joining the center of the earth to the center of the moon will be the distance between these two earth moon system. Okay, so if the object is outside the earth, then the distance r is greater than, try to understand, greater than the radius of the earth. If you take radius of the earth as re, then distance r is greater than re, then we can say that object is outside the surface of the earth. Okay, thus all the shells exert the force, okay, on this object. Now for a point inside the earth, try to understand this concept, then the situation will be different, and it is shown here. Say for example, you have some object which is lying here at this point, say P, which is inside the surface of the earth, or we can say this point is slightly down below the surface of the earth. So only this shaded region is going to exert the force on this small m. The outside shells, this white region, is not going to exert any force on this object at point P. Now try to understand the mass. Here we can say that radius, or we can say this distance r. This distance r, we can consider this distance r is smaller than radius of the earth. Okay. Now point P lies outside the sphere, then r will be greater than re. Point P is inside, then small r, that is distance of the object, is smaller than re, that we can understand. Okay. Now the force on this point, or we can say what will be the force here. Force on this will be a very simple, F is equal to g, mass of this object small m, and mass of this particular shaded region. We say that mass of that sphere, small sphere of radius r, upon the distance square of distance, that is distance square, r square. Okay, so that part is explained here. mr, here mr stands for mass of the small shaded sphere. Okay, now see, if you want to find the mass, let us consider that the earth is made up of a material which is having uniform density and the density of the Earth's material is rho. Then as you know, mass is equal to volume multiplied by density, and volume of the Earth is 4 by 3 pi Re cube multiplied by rho it will be. Okay, so if you just make 4 by 3 pi into rho, which is a constant quantity, then you will get me upon Re cube. Then the mass of the shaded part, try to understand mass of that shaded part, that is mr, can be volume multiplied by density. Volume of that shaded part is 4 by 3 pi r cube multiplied by density, that is rho. So that is written here. Okay, now if you put this value of mr here in this first equation, okay, then what will you get? You will get F is equal to this gm upon r square as it is. Instead of that mr, we are writing this value, so it is written here. Okay, and it is simplified. Okay, then what will you get? R square, here 1 r will remain, so gm into 4 by 3 pi rho, 4 by 3 pi rho, just it has been rearranged, multiply by r, this r is taken out in the multiplication, and 4 by 3 pi rho, as you know, it is me upon Re cube. So here it is written, instead of this 4 by 3 pi rho, instead of this 4 by 3 pi rho, what is written? me upon Re cube. And if you just rearrange it, okay, then it becomes gmem gm into me. So gmem upon Re cube into this r. Okay, gmem upon Re cube multiplied by r. Okay, now when this equation indicates that for r, as we can say that this force is equal to, we got this force is equal to this value we get. Okay, so we can say force is directly proportional to distance r. Okay, when r is less than Re, when the object is inside the, or we can say below the surface of the Earth, we can say F proportional to R. When the distance R increases from the center, if you go away from the center, then the force increases below the surface. Try to understand, below the surface it is true. Below the surface this is true. If you are moving away from the center, you are moving in this direction away from the center, and as you are moving away from the center, gradually force increases and it becomes maximum on the surface of the Earth. And if you want to find that force on the surface of the Earth, then instead of r, we have to write radius of the Earth in the below equation which we got. So if you just write that value, instead of r we write, say, Re here in this equation. If you write instead of r, Re, then what will you get? You will get gmem upon Re square, because here if you write Re, then that Re here once will be cancelled out and we will have a square of it. So gmem upon Re square, as if, try to understand, as if the whole mass of the Earth is concentrated at the center, and as if the whole mass of the Earth is concentrated here, or we can say here the mass of the Earth is concentrated. Okay, and the object is on the surface of the Earth here. The distance between them is Re. So that force, according to our simple equation, it is gmem upon Re square. You can understand this with this equation also. Okay, and that is also obtained in the below equation. Okay. Okay, if you place R is equal to Re, then the force will be GMEM upon Re square. Okay. Now as you know that force in the downward direction always is mass into gravitational acceleration. So instead of F we are writing mg. So just we compare, or rather we can say we are just comparing it is equal to mg. So m will be cancelled out. We will have the value of g. G is equal to gme upon Re square, that is the gravitational acceleration on the surface of the earth. G is equal to gme upon Re square, and if you put these values of different constant, all these are constant as such. G is 6.61 to the power minus 11 mass of the earth. Okay, that is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg, and radius of the earth is 6400 kilometer. You have to convert it into meter afterwards by multiplying 10 to the power 3. Then you get the value of G to be about 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, so this way we can find the value of gravitational acceleration on the surface of the earth. Okay. Okay, now we derive the equation for variation of G due to height from the surface of the earth. So we are now going away from the earth's surface. Say for example, this is the earth, and if you are here somewhere, then at somewhere here the height is h. Then we are away from the surface of the earth by height h, and the radius of the earth is Re. So from the center of the earth we are away by Re plus h. Try to understand this point. Okay, and we want to find out the variation of G due to height. Okay, now first of all, force acting on the object of mass small m. We consider some object here at height h. Okay, and its mass is m. Okay, so this figure you try to understand. Okay, here we have kept the object whose mass is m, which is at distance h from the surface of the earth, and this distance is Re plus h. Okay, Re plus h. So force at height h is nothing but G m1, that is mass of earth, m1, m2, that is mass of the object, upon the square of distance, that is Re plus h, the whole square. So this way we can write the force acting on this mass small m. Okay, that is written here. Okay, Fh, that is force at height h. F of h it is. Force into h, it is not there. Force at height h is denoted by F of h. Okay, so GMEM upon Re plus h whole square. Just we have made this equation in a different form. Force at height h upon m is equal to GME upon Re plus h the whole square. Now acceleration due to gravity at height h, we can write, that is the gravitational acceleration at height h, as we have the formula of gravitational acceleration at any distance, say r, is given by, it can be G me upon r square. If you are on the surface of the earth, then instead of r we write Re. So it becomes Gme upon Re square. But when you are at any other distance, at distance say r, okay, which is say greater than the distance of the earth, or rather radius of the earth, then easily we can write it in this form, that is Gme upon r square. Now if you want to write the gravitational acceleration at height h, then this distance that is r, that is say small r distance from the center of the earth, this distance will be how much? This distance will be Re plus h. So instead of r we shall write this Re plus h. Okay, so our equation will become gravitational acceleration at height h will be gme upon re plus h the whole square. And as you know, gravitational acceleration on the surface of the earth is gre, that is gme upon re square. Now we are taking the ratio of these two equations. So gh upon gre, this gme will be cancelled out, this re will go in the numerator, this will come in the denominator. Okay, so it can be easily understood. Okay, it is calculated here, gma will be cancelled out. Okay, then we make a gh as a subject of formula, so gre will come here in the multiplication. Okay, so it becomes, okay, gre is nothing but gravitational acceleration, simply we write as g. Okay, so instead of gre we have taken g, and it becomes re square upon re plus h the whole square. Okay, now there is a trick which is done. Okay, this re square on the in the numerator is taken in the denominator's denominator. So what will happen? G into 1 upon, it becomes re plus h upon re the whole square. So if you bifurcate this, then it will become re upon re, that is 1, and plus h upon re the whole square. Okay, so if you are bifurcating it, re upon re will give you 1, and h upon re it is written here. Okay, and the whole square remains as it is. So we have this, okay, g into 1 upon 1 plus h upon re the whole square. And if you take this in the numerator, okay, from the denominator, then this 2 will become minus. Okay, so just it is taken in the numerator, and then binomial expansion is done up to 2 steps, only up to 2 steps. We know the binomial expansion, if it is x minus y the whole square, then it is x square minus 2xy. Bas, up to this only we are doing the binomial expansion. The last term is not written, that is plus y square is not written. Why? Because height in comparison to this height, okay, if you write say h upon re square, then re is very large in comparison to h, and that value will become very small, so that is neglected. Third term is neglected. So just up to 2 terms it is written, gh is equal to g 1 minus 2h upon re. Okay, just we are taking the 2 terms in the binomial expansion. And now this equation 4 gives us, for small height, say 5 kilometer, 10, 15 kilometer h above the surface of the earth, then value of g is decreased by the factor 1 minus 2h upon re. Just we can calculate, instead of h, just you take say 10 kilometer. Just you take 10 kilometer, okay, and calculate. Then g into 1 minus 2 into h, 2 into 20, it becomes 20 kilometer upon the radius of the earth is 6400 kilometer, and this factor is very very small as such. Just you calculate, okay, and this value is found to be, g is found to be almost constant up to a certain height. Okay, so this equation gives us the value of gravitational acceleration at height h, and h is as such slightly small. Okay, it is as such kept to be slightly small, that is 20-50 kilometers, and the value of g of h, that is gravitational acceleration at any height, is found to be almost equal to the value of g, that is 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, try to watch these videos 2-3 times, write these equations, derivations in your notebook, okay, and learn them. Thank you very much.